Oh, welcome back everybody. My name's Andrew and you're watching the Kelley's Country Life. So as y'all seen, we had a beautiful sunrise this morning, even though it's still not over the trees here just yet. And speaking of that, that's going to make recording very difficult this morning. It's going to be hard to see, at least for an hour or two, till the sun really gets in the house. So today is another pole barn house episode. I'm just going to pick up where I left off yesterday. We now have wires run to every single room of the house. So all circuits are complete other than a few outdoor circuits and AC circuits. We're still working on that right now, so we'll give you some updates on the AC. But as far as the rooms go now, I don't have to pull wires no longer I don't have to pull runs from the breaker panel anymore, essentially. Now I'm gonna go hit room by room and start daisy chaining every single box together with all the circuits that I've run in here. And for example, like this box, this is going to be a major box. This goes to all the outside lights, which I still have to mount those boxes. So a lot of electrical still left to do. So that's kind of the plan today. Just going to start knocking out room by room, put in what that I can. And we've got a few, other electrical components to install too. So let's get to work while it's nice and cool this morning.
Actually has a lot of torque.
Whoa. Believe it or not, this is a band off of now Tropical Depression Ida. Even though it hit a couple of days ago, it is moving so slow going up north. We're getting a big band coming in off the coast now. Man, that's a lot of wind. right, well, hopefully you can hear me. This is about as light as the rain has been all day long. It's been pouring. I mean, we've had some really bad thunderstorms come through. High winds, kind of been a little intimidating and very unexpected. Holy moly. Hopefully this is the last of the bands coming through from Ida. Like I said, it's crazy that it's, hush frog. It's crazy that it's 2 days after the storm has hit Louisiana. So this was very unexpected. Wow. So I'll be honest with you, I haven't done a lot of recording. I've been doing a tremendous amount of work off camera because it's been so dark in here and so loud. It just didn't make for good recording. So let me show you what I've knocked out real quick, tell you what's coming on the next episode. All right, so the pantry is officially done. All receptacles are nice and wired in. I even started some of the bedroom as well. I'll get back to that later. Still waiting on my low voltage, high voltage boxes to come in. They were supposed to come yesterday, and now Amazon tells me that, hey, your package is having a major delay. That's been happening a lot here lately. So I'll pull that wire out and get a different box in there. But the pantry is officially wired up. Light switches are done. Lights are wired in. Everything is good to go in here. I decided just to do middle bundles on these wires. Something we should talk about is bundling of wire. That's been a popular question. If you read the NEC, bundling of wires for as far as degrading the capacity of the wire due to overheating, everything I've read says you've got to bundle for more than 24 inches before, and over 4 wires or more before you start saying reduced capacity, which is no problem because I am so over capacity now that I've run extra lighting circuits and everything else. For example, I added up the living room earlier. The fan on high, if what I'm reading correctly, says it's 0.5 amps. Between that and all the lights running, it's like 1.6 amps. It's practically nothing. That's the reason I decided to go ahead and stick with this 14.2. Between all these LED lights and everything else, there's just not much going on. So I guess technically this small section right here is bundled. It is 4 wires for more than 24 inches. I could split them up if the inspector says, but I'm just not worried about it. I'm not even a fourth of what the load capacity on this wire is. So the living room, boy, I've been knocking this out. This is the second biggest room to accomplish in the house, minus the kitchen. I've got all my outlets wired up. The bad thing about a pole barn house is with posts, I can't just run through the walls and make this nice, quick, and easy. I've had to go up and over all day long, back up and over, dodging every 6x6 post. This has been an absolute lifesaver. This has been such a lifesaver. I'm so glad I got the lift. It's just made this work so much easier. I've already started wiring all my outside outlets. Now, people have been asking, hey, what about like these big knockouts and holes? I'm gonna see if I've got some rubber grommets that'll fit in there, but I'm going to caulk and foam seal every gap around here. I've got some 3M fire blocking foam seal, and I'll caulk any holes and gaps like that. Keep in mind we're spray foaming the wall too, so that's also gonna seal it up, and I'm layering beads of caulk around my boxes too. So we will keep this house nice and sealed. Several people have asked, what about the big gap up top where you're running your wire soup for the breaker panel? I'm going to fire block foam seal that as well after I get all my wires through. Keep in mind I still have to run AC wiring. So everything is run through the walls here. Like I said, all my outdoor outlets, living room outlets are good. I also started doing, I didn't catch it on every receptacle, but I started doing what's called a service loop. So if they put sheetrock here and we're accidentally cutting the wire, which you can see how nice and deeply I've got the wires tucked, I don't think that'd ever happen. There's enough of a loop of wire up here that I could cut a section off and pull more wire out of the box and pull this loop in. Pretty sure that's called a service loop. So I've tried to do that in several locations. We still have to run, see, I'm gonna run an HDMI cord. We still have to run Cat 6. I'll do all that after the power's done. So that is coming. All right, so I technically only knocked out 2 rooms today, and I still got a tiny bit to do in the living room, so I can't call it knocked out, but it was a lot to it. Oh, the lights, my goodness. All the lights are wired up, ready to go now. That took quite a while in and of itself. Again, the lift, oh my goodness, it's just been a lifesaver. So the living room was a big to-do list right here. This here right here is going to be a monster as well, knocking out the kitchen. So I got 76x6 posts to go around and running 6 circuits in here, which some of them are already done and terminated. So I went ahead and signed a quote on an AC system. The guys are talking about coming, the owner's talking about coming next week and kind of doing a walkthrough, maybe even a rough layout for piping so we can look. He hasn't seen the loft. So I think I'll wait to talk about the AC system in that episode and let you know what we went with. I can tell you this, you can go from a few $1,000s up to $25,000 if you want to. I didn't realize how many possibilities there are with AC. Wow, I mean a ton. We kind of went middle of the road and we blew our budget and then some, but I think we make some really good choices. There's more things I would have liked to have got, but at the end of the day, at a certain point, you got to cut it off and not spend any more money. We're going to wind up with a good system. Could have been a worse system, could have been a much better system, but I don't have 25 grand laying around for a top of the line AC system. That was shocking. So we got that coming up. Electrical co-op's coming out tomorrow, so we'll have more electrical stuff to talk about, meter box, everything else. So a lot more coming up. I'll quit talking. We'll go ahead and wrap this video up. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully you've been learning like I have as well. Thanks for all the support, all the comments helping me out. Catch you on the next video.